expressions were sometimes complicated for him. At an early age, his speech could never keep up with his brain. It worked too fast, which made his mouth slow, and therefore the words were mumbled and hard to understand. The child therapist didn't know what to do. They said hopefully he would grow out of it one day. That is where they were right and so wrong, all at the same time. He had a great upbringing, and he always said he was lucky to have the family he had. He didn't deserve them. He was just plain lucky. He always had to fight to succeed, fight to win. He felt the odds were always against him. He had to prove to himself, not to them, not to anyone. He had to prove who he was to himself. So, under his cheeky smile, that confidently cocky walk, and dressed to kill, internally it was an eminence front. He was hiding. The truth of the matter is, he was always been scared inside, that he would never live up to who his inner self said he should be. At times, it was hard for him, but ultimately, that will, that struggle and fight created a beast who never gave up and refused to lose. As life matured, people saw it. He was a C+ student who wanted to rule the world, build big, not stop for anything, and pedal to the gas always. He was business. He was creative. He was able to do it all. Build millions from nothing, call the shots. Think of ways to improve life process through technology, the web, and mobile devices, and ultimately have the Harvard guys, the Stanford guys, and one from Brown work for him. He indicated they were always smarter than him. They just didn't know where to start or have the guts just to do it, to build it, or to take the leap outside the box. Yes, this personality trait also killed him many times over, creating life's highs and lows, which blew the millions he had made a few times over. Hell, he said on several occasions how he had been a millionaire and dead broke all on the same day, depending on cash flow. New friends would flock to him, and he would, at times, shatter the relationships of the friends closest and dearest to him. Relationships, yes, they were hard to keep, handle and balance. He failed there too, but he always kept it real. He built companies, made movies, produced records, hung out with the elite, the billionaire boys club, the A-list, on screen, on stage, on the court, field, and the ring. But only the handful of family members who knew him best knew that while his front was on the corner of glitz and glimmer, his closest friends were hanging and waiting for him in the back alley. These are some of his dearest friends, the ones that live on the streets, in tents and boxes. Many nights he would leave and invent the yacht club, an exhibit, and parked his Benz or Maserati down the street under his tie and stayed with them in their tents, in their boxes, and drink their liquor until the sun came up. He talked to them and learned. Many called him crazy. Sure, you're right, he was. Hell, he still is. But as he always said, he was also sorry we were missing out on a group of wonderful people with tremendous stories. This is just the tip of his life, and these stories are the basis of who he is. It creates his narrative, his love and passion for art, and is simply the visual element that ties it together. And now, he shares years of work with you. Some of you may think his art is unfinished, maybe even feel that it sucks, as his lines are not straight, his curves are not perfect, and nothing is connected. The ones of you with formal training, who have written such rules, may make that statement right. His art may indeed suck, but to him, he disagrees as he considers his work, as he puts it, perfectly imperfect, and he does it for him and the ones who understand him. Today, we invite you on his ride. He, like I, believes the narrative is as important, if not more than the piece itself, as the connection between the two makes it unique, makes it fun, and makes us all think. His name is Seven. Welcome to his acrylic life on canvas and the narrative that drove it. He is smart. He is funny. You feel his presence when he enters the room. It is an intense power you feel. A high-pitched frequency knows you hear when he is near. He is no average terrorist. He laughs at the one and done guys. Sure, fire is fun, bombs and guns are sometimes too, he says. But the real game? Today's game, it is the control game. It is the IoT, PhD, MIT next level. That control controls man, using his own man-created devices and smart technology for home, office and travel location and car. Once he owns that, he owns you, and will apply pressure to get what he needs whenever he wants. How do I know? It is a long crazy story, in which I will tell you one day, but for now, I was his test, and now I am his friend. Hello 9, is me, 7. The photo. A portrait. Even the self-portrait are images of our face that we put on canvas and that are destined to last forever. We want them to be eternal and to show our emotions at a precise moment. Fear. Happiness. Joy. Small details that send powerful messages to the world. And then there is the fiction. We can deceive the world. We can also deceive ourselves. We can pretend to deceive the canvas, but art is not deceived. Art sees beyond the wall of fiction. Art sees the reality behind the fake smile and finds out if you are really suffering. I painted a smile on my sad face, but I didn't fool the art. In art, one must be sincere, even in a self-portrait. I'll always be honest with the brush. The truth doesn't scare me. I'm just afraid of disappointing art. I will not do that. We should have expected it. Sooner or later, something would have to happen. It's our fault that we underestimated the problem. Illness is strict but fair. It affects the rich, the poor, the stupid, and the intelligent alike. It is a river that comes and affects everything and everyone, which overwhelms everything in an impetuous way. Will we survive? Maybe. Will we learn something? I do not know. I know that from this moment, number 19 will be synonymous with terror in people's minds. And for what reason? Because he exposed our mortal nature. He reminded us that we are not invincible. He confronted us with nature's dominion, and we lost. Let's heal our wounds. Let's learn the lesson. Let's not think about revenge. We transform the negative into the positive, and we learn from 19. Maybe. Multiple personalities is known as a disorder in the medical community. But should it be? Last time I checked, it is praised in our society when we work twice as hard, earn twice as much. You know, give that 200 overachiever 3-day cabo trip a winning, President's Gold Rolex Club kinda daily effort. You know who you are. Yeah, that's right. The both of you. So, why should it be looked down upon when a person has the ability to occupy and operate two personalities to your one? Hell, I consider it a talent. Sure, the heart pounds a little harder working double time and all, but that's just part of the deal. It's all very manageable for the both of us. What about 3 personalities at the wheel? Now that's crazy. By the way, who am I? And who the fuck are you? Are we all free human beings? No, we live in a prison like any living thing. We are prisoners of our instincts, rules, social conventions, and our most hidden fears. We are prisoners of a thing called society, but perhaps without it, we would all be in more trouble. After all, isn't this a nice cage? We have gadgets, money, food, whatever we want. A beautiful cage, but still a cage. But do we really want to escape going to a jungle without rules, with wild animals? Or do we want to create cages there too? Can we trust us to open the cages and see what happens? Can we trust people? Or is it better to keep keeping our cages closed? I don't know. I travel in the jungle. My cage is huge. It is the world. And the only thing that can escape is my mind. I was a rich father once. I gave my children everything they wanted. Toys, clothes, accessories, animals. I gave everything to my wife. Dresses, heels, jewelry, bags, cars. I gave them everything they could want because I was a rich dad. I bought their happiness with my money. The business has gone badly. My empire has collapsed. I am a poor father. I no longer buy my children's happiness. I no longer buy my wife's love. I can only pay with my time, with my attention. My wife doesn't understand. My children smile for the first time. I'm poor. No money. I might be rich in spirit. If I can make people understand the value of time, the only currency with no possibility of reimbursement. I'm the professor. I'm the mathematician. Life is complicated. It has no logic. And I take refuge in my beloved numbers. Mathematics has no opinions, has strict rules, can't go wrong, and respects them. I solve equations. I create problems. I prove theorems. I develop algorithms. I program reality to make it work with mathematical rules because I'm afraid of chaos. I can't control it. There is no variable. There are no systems of equations. Just one number can mess it up. And I take refuge in books, in numbers, in my calculations. Do I like security or am I a coward? I'll have to solve the life equation to figure it out. The sun was setting and my skin was sunburned. I'm thirsty, tired, and want to sleep. But I can't stop right now when I'm so close to my goal. I see the landscape in the distance and imagine what I will find. Rivers, green grass, animals, will to live and hope. There must be all of this. Otherwise, why would I have gone all this way? I trust what I perceived in my heart. My hope cannot betray me, not now that I am so close to my goal. I walk and arrive at the promised land. I fall to my knees, screaming, "Where is the green grass? Where is life? Where are the animals? Is my hope dead?" I cried and I laugh. I laugh because this is hope. As long as there is life, there is hope, and I will transform this desert into a place full of life. But does this desert live inside my heart, or is it the world? And can the hope of a single individual make a difference? I can try it. I will do it. This is my hope. Every time I run, I am at disadvantage. I'm not the fastest, I'm not the strongest, I'm not the toughest, I'm not explosive. So why am I running? Love to lose. Love to finish last. Do I like to see people win in my place? No. I run because I run the marathon of life, not a sprint. I run because I have more heart than others. I run because I know that in the end, I will reach the finish line. Yes, because I have determination. I want to get to the bottom. Everyone will collapse from fatigue, everyone except me. Everyone will give up except me. I am a one-trick pony, but with a big heart. And in the marathon of life, I will finish first.